Welcome back to Doozy Talks with Susie, where we keep it real about fitness, nutrition, mindset, and how to live in sync with your body and your purpose. If you're tired of spending hours in the gym, burning out, or doing all the right things and still feeling stuck, I feel you. Today, I'm sharing how I actually got leaner by doing less at the gym, less cardio, less burnout, and way better results. This video is especially for those of you who've been feeling overwhelmed with your health journey. Whether you're trying to lose fat, build muscle, balance your hormones, or just feel good again, I've been there. And I'm going to walk you through what changed everything for me, starting with what I got wrong. Let's go back a bit. I used to be that type of girl at the gym. I was strength training heavy for 5 or 6 days a week, plus doing long cardio sessions most days. And I'd throw in some HIIT workouts or long treadmill runs, as in 6 to 10 miles. And I'd push through, even when I felt exhausted. I thought that's what discipline looked like. So if I felt tired, that was the signal to my body that I needed to move. My brain is like, we have to move. We're exhausted. We have to move. We have to push hard. If I was tired, I blamed myself. I just say I'm being lazy. Mentally, I told myself that not working out hard meant I was weak. I'd think, just push through. It's mind over matter. So I pushed through for years. A typical meal for me at that time would be something like maybe some homemade beans with a little bit of rice, a little bit of meat, and a good-sized salad. It sounded balanced, right? Tasty and good, full of all the healthy nutrients, but I was still getting inflamed and bloated. I thought maybe I just needed to eat even cleaner, cut more carbs, or fast longer, because at that time I would fast for long periods of time. I didn't just intermittent fast. I would do 24-hour fasts, 36-hour fasts, whatever I thought might help. None of it worked. My body was sore all the time. My legs and glutes were tight, and I had chronic tension in my back and my neck. I felt puffy, inflamed, and frustrated. I wasn't overweight. At that point, I hovered around 140 to 150 pounds, with around, I'm not really sure what my body fat percentage was at that time, to be honest, if I'm going to be honest. It was somewhere in the 20%, so somewhere between 20 and 30% body fat. But I wasn't seeing the definition I wanted. Really, I think most of that time I was around 21% body fat. And no matter how much I was training, where's the definition? I didn't have the rested muscle tone look. And it's not just physical of what I was dealing with. I was moody, anxious, poor sleep, and I blamed myself. I wasn't doing enough. It turns out I was actually doing too much. And everything shifted when I started digging into my DNA. And here's the thing, people. I love DNA. I love looking at the genes, because this is literally your body's owner manual, more or less. You look at your DNA and it's like opening up the owner's manual and you're like, oh, that's how this works. This is how my brain functions. These are the nutrients I need. These are the best exercises for me. This is how my body responds to carbohydrates. This is my insulin response. It will tell you so many things, and it is incredible. So everybody needs to get their DNA. Just look at your DNA. It's incredible. It's amazing. And so when I looked at mine, I discovered I had COMT and MAOA gene mutations. These are genes that slow down how I process stress hormones, like the dopamine, adrenaline, norepinephrine, cortisol. And so every time I was training intensely, lifting heavy, running hard, my body was going into stress mode and staying there. I wasn't recovering fully between sessions because I was constantly working out. And that stress was showing up as bloating, weight plateaus, fatigue, and anxiety. I also, if that wasn't enough, I also have SOD2 and CAT mutations. And these are part of my detox mutation genes. Everybody has them. But they're part of the detox genes, and they affect how well my body clears out the oxidative stress, which is basically the byproduct of inflammation. So all that hard training was building up stress faster than my body could clear it. And finally, because we need to add on one more to it, my VO2 max gene, which is AMPD1, showed I don't respond well to traditional endurance cardio. So those long runs and zone 4 intervals were actually working against my genetics. And this information changed everything. I finally realized it's not about me being lazy or broken. There was something wrong with me. My body was just trying to communicate with me, and I didn't know how to listen. Once I understood all of this, I completely restructured my workouts. Instead of trying to train like a beast every day, I started working with my body instead of against it. So here's what it looks like now. In the morning, I'll do some zone 2 cardio, 4, 5, maybe 6 days out of the week. And then on the 7th day, I'll do zone 1, basically go for a walk around the block kind of exercise, nothing intense. And I'll do those for about 45 minutes, except on day 7 when it's up to, but not more than half an hour. I will strength train 3 to 4 days a week. Certain times in my menstrual cycle, I can train up to 5 days with strength training, but it has to be very focused and I have to make sure my body can take it at that time. I prioritize form and control and muscle-mind connection over the heavy weights. So if all I can do is a 10-pound dumbbell for my biceps, that's fine. That's cool because I'd rather have good form than over here just throwing weights around and causing injury. Stretching and mobility work is a priority every night, or at least sometime during the day. But nighttime is my favorite time because it's kind of like my wind down before bed. And then I had no idea what a big difference that was going to have for my sleep. So that's why I do it. And then last, cycle syncing. Ladies, lifting heavier during your follicular ovulation phase and then backing off during luteal and menstruation is huge. It's nothing about you being weak or incapable or something's wrong with you. It's literally you listening to your body communicating what you need. So listen to that and you'll find yourself growing stronger a lot faster because that's what's happened for me. I also scheduled in rest, full rest days or active recovery days, like I said, once a week. No strength training, maybe up to a 30-minute walk broken up a couple times throughout the day. No guilt, just trust that my body's communicating something to me. And the results were insane. I started seeing more visible muscle definition, not just when flexing, but at rest. And my waist started leaning out again, finally. My glutes actually grew and my energy came back. No more bloating after meals, my sleep improved, and I feel less moody and overwhelmed. Understand, bloating after meals, you need to watch my other videos about carb timing because that also is going to play a role if you bloat after meals like I have been doing. And now my weight is growing consistent. I'm not doing this whole up and down roller coaster ride with my weight, which I cannot imagine what that's actually doing to my body when I'm doing a roller coaster ride with my weight, trying to build muscle and drop, build and drop. Goodness gracious, I can't imagine. So I have started looking and feeling stronger with less effort. And most importantly, I stopped judging myself. I stopped fighting my body and I realized I don't need to earn rest days. My body thrives on rhythm, not on punishment, and that goes for everybody. And now, to be completely honest, I look forward to my workouts now. I don't dread the gym. I don't feel like this is something I have to do. Dude, I wake up in the morning, I'm going to go do my cardio. I feel good. I'm excited. I get to the end of the day and I'm like, towards the end, I'm getting close to time to dinner. I'm going to go throw some weights around and build some strength. I'm excited about it. And when I'm tired, I rest because I know that's part of the strategy. It's nothing to do with laziness. And if you have, like me, I've been on this multiple groups of people who are fitness fanatics. And so you see people sharing every day that they worked out and what they did and the new goals. And so you're seeing 20 people or more sharing all of this. And it's like, I think I'm not doing enough. And then I feel like I have to work harder. It's not the case. Nobody actually cares. They'd rather know that you're healthy and safe and taking care of yourself. So if you're listening to this and you're thinking, that sounds like me, here are a few things that you can try right now. Track how you feel after workouts. If you're always tired, inflamed, or anxious, that's a sign your body needs more recovery. Try zone 2 walking for a few days and see how your body responds. It may feel too easy at first, but it's powerful. At zone 2, your body's going to be burning fat for fuel. When you're above zone 2 in the 3 and 4 areas, you're burning what's called glycogen. And so your body's going into the glycogen stores and grabbing that to keep you running instead of using just the fat, which is generally the goal, is people are trying to burn the fat off with their cardio. And that's something that it's easy to get mistaken on stuff. And start cycle syncing if you're a woman. It's a game changer, for real. It's been a game changer for me, focusing on cycle syncing. If you want a video on that, please let me know. I'll drop it in the comments and I'll put together a video on that. And then look into your genetics. You might be surprised how much your body's been trying to tell you. And don't be afraid to do less. Less can be smarter, less can be strategic, and less can change everything. Have you ever gotten better results from pulling back instead of pushing harder? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. And if this resonated with you, be sure to subscribe and share it with a friend who needs this reminder too. I'll be back in the next video breaking down how your diet might actually be working against your body type and genes, especially if you struggle with cravings, bloating, or that stubborn fat. Thanks for watching Doozy Talks with Susie. I'll see you guys in the next video.